to my defense at all. Like when I'm like not one mother ever with this online. Come on, I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a mother reason. I always got my mouth open all the time. Just ran like a high school. It is Fair East Side High.
I agree with that.
Fair East Side High.
Fair point.
Before Mr. Clark, though. Every day, and they always talk about, you ain't at work, you ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. Hell no. I have more fun outside the studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy?
No, act like that's not for real. Act like nobody knew that. Stop acting like y'all, like
What
we
part?
really.
What you mean we don't have your back?
I have more.
Break that down. Explain how we don't have your back.
Okay, all right. So the narrative, like I said, with the online ish, that's what I said. Y'all ain't nobody trying to clear up no narrative about nothing. Ever since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Lauren. Nah, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back because we had a whole plan. Even how when I came back, how I picked her to fill in for me. Right, I come back, she ain't never leave. Then all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way. Why she got to be moved in on? Because nobody had a problem with Jess with the mess until she started reading right. You know what I mean? Till she started reporting. I wasn't hired as a reporter. I was hired as Jess with the mess. So she started reading and delivering details and all that stuff.
Yes.
Then that's when Jess with the mess wasn't good enough no more. That's how it was presented. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Who said that though? Because the internet said
what
that?
are we talking about? No. This is our listeners. This is yeah. Why can't we worry about the comments? And these are people that enjoy the show and watch the show. It's not all about Instagram. It's YouTube. It's like we have people that have been watching the show. Yes, she's great at what she do. That's why I picked her to fill in for me. But when I came back, it's like, what's going on? If she's gonna be a fourth voice, why she only gotta be a fourth voice
correct me if I'm
my
wrong.
segment?
She wasn't a fourth voice. She was a producer. She was hired as a news producer to help with getting all news and doing interviews.
She was going to be the senior news producer.
She wasn't on there. When you came back, Lauren was not on air. She was in the back doing questions, sending interview questions, reporting the news. Am I lying?
I thought you was. I thought
she was on air. She was on air.
They told her don't step in this room.
Yes, but I thought you was using her on purpose.
What? You thought I was using Lauren on purpose?
Yes.
No, what are we talking about? No. She didn't leave when I came back. The first day we had a whole situation like, all right, look, this was going to happen. And when it's time for us to roll, it changed. No, the first question was about, the only person who asked me about my baby maternity leave was Envy. All right, I walked in. She addressed the hate in the comments. That was the first thing she addressed. When I came back, I'm like, what the hell would make her want to think I want to talk about that?
Y'all talk off air though, right?
So yeah. We started talking off air. We started to
But I'm
talk
saying even
off
prior
air.
to you even coming back.
So then I felt uncomfortable that first day. So I'm like, all right, look. Thea was like, all right. Well, we'll just take her off air. She was back the next week. All right, cool. Because there was a voice. Y'all wanted her on air. There was a voice. They wanted her there. They wanted her here. There's a place for Lauren in the show. All right, cool. If there's a place for her on the show,
you wanted her
let's
here
do
too,
it
though.
Another way. Yeah.
Because you said you wanted to change the segment from Jess with the Mess to the Lauren.
That was eventually. Okay. Even when it came down to it still being called Jess with the Mess, and then I'm introducing her to introduce stories. That was pointless and it was stupid. It's no Jess with the Mess. Just make it Brown Girl Grinding or Lauren with the latest or Lauren's Legal Corner. I'm giving ideas. I'm like, yo. I even with the Taylor, yo, change that. Take that Jess with the Mess off of there. I feel like I'm getting credit for something I'm not doing. And it's stupid because this is not, what she does is not Jess with the Mess. I read headlines and I give commentary. I say what people thinking.
I agree. Could I ask a question?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's more of a reporter. She's journalism.
Can I ask a question?
What?
Why didn't you wear the do-rag this morning?
Because
Why you joke so much, man?
What you mean? I'm
not a
just-
joke.
and it's not a
yo.
do-rag, it's a
not a
silk
joke,
scarf,
man.
nigga. But it's not.
It's not
a joke.
man.
I'm
If you gonna
serious.
bring it to the radio, I want to laugh.
It's not a joke, but
Okay.
see,
Nah, but
it's not a joke.
It's a serious issue about it.
It is a serious issue.
Okay, let me just
now-
sit back and watch then, because I'm not Joe Clark.
Because it's not.
I am actually. Give me my baseball bat.
Now it's now Envy. That's what I'm saying. No, nobody has even tried to clean up the narrative that I'm a villain. Man,
You're not a villain.
this
Who said
girl
you a
is-
villain?
What, yo, stop acting like you don't live in them comments too, Charlotte. Stop acting like you don't understand.
But what do I always tell you? I say stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to the comments. Stop listening to the folks on YouTube. Don't let them trick you out your position. What you did last night is what they want you to do, and you can't let the internet win.
No, but look, it's not even about what they want me to do. I did last night what I wanted to do, what I felt like I should have been did. I've been asking questions.
The internet loves mess. And one of the easiest ways to create mess is to pit people against each other, especially two women. And I don't dwell in that. And y'all know that.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. You let the internet dictate what's going on. We've had conversations, and this is the thing. This is why I thought it was corny, and it's just me personally. I thought it was corny because we have conversations up here. We just have a meeting. If you had an issue, a problem, a situation, or something that you felt, why you ain't bring it to the team? When you came back, Jess, I pulled you to the side. I said, Jess, if you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want Lauren in the room, this is your show. We can make that the change whenever you want. Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did. It's not about wanting her in the room, yo. It's about the segment. Like it was like y'all
have that conversation
y'all wanted
off
her.
air. If you had a problem, say it
I've
to us. We had a meeting yesterday.
Conversations off air. What
not
is we
like
talking
that.
about?
Not like nobody having my back, because we have your back. As far as the Corey Holcomb thing, y'all been beefing for 11 years.
I'm not worrying about it's not even about you.
You worried about comments, and you worried about what people say. F them
I'm worried
niggas
about
in
the
comments,
perception
man.
and my reputation to be on the show.
They've been ishing on me for 15 years. They've been ishing on Charlotte for
rightfully
15
so.
But
years.
that's on you.
Rightfully
And the
so.
things
But
that
I
people
don't
ish
care.
on me
It
for
doesn't-
is on me.
I don't let it affect me because I know who I am as a person. I don't give a F what them people say in the comments.
Oh, come
I know
on.
who I am.
Come on.
I know what I do.
Absolutely.
You let them people get in the comments and F with you. You're
Well,
great at what you do.
Everybody simmer down.
Like you a dope.
She's very
and you
dope.
let them people piss you off. No, F them niggas.
I
you nice. Like what you do is funny.
I tell her
like,
that all the time,
You brought,
on air,
you brought
off
that
air.
energy that we needed to the Breakfast Club,
Yeah.
and you let a bitch ass person in the comments say something to steer you up. I tell you, F them niggas.
We don't even know.
F
We don't even
all
know who these people are. In the
They could be bots and all that,
But-
and we doing it on air when we could have did it behind the scenes. Like I F with you the long way, not on some internet ish. And to hear that through there, that's
This
whack, man.
sounds very light skinned. But let's go to the phones. 1-800-585-1051. Let's open the phone lines. Everybody woosah.
I'm going to get a sparkler water, man.
I got my
I'm going to get a
candles lit.
sparkling water.
I got my candles lit. If you need me to light sage, I'll light sage. Jess for fight. Envy being
Shut up.
beige rage. It's the Breakfast Club. Check out video of the full show on Tubi. Free. Classic interviews and more on Tubi.
Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is reality with DVD. Are you ready for some popping hot tea? Let's get right on into it. Let's discuss. You can hear that rattling. That's my notes, baby. Let's discuss Jess with the mess. Let's discuss some Porsha and Shemea'S. And let's discuss some Teyana and Shemea'S, Iman, and Jonathan and Megan. First, let's get with Jess with the mess, okay? Now, I know Jess hilarious from a long time ago days. I used to follow her on Facebook. I remember her whole mess with Country Wayne. So many women sided with Country Wayne. Then I remember her issues, I want to say, with T.S. Madison. I think I might have reported on some things that she said about the trans women that I didn't care for. That being said, let's talk about Lauren LaRosa. So, Lauren is a producer, from what I've been told, on the Breakfast Club and what I've been hearing. And, just by me doing my research, I have to, get information that I could use from these various topics. The only time I listen to the Breakfast Club is in the morning on my way to drop off and pick up my children. Okay? So, well, to drop off my children, because by the time I pick them up, it's gone. So I wasn't really paying attention until I heard Jess's voice, which means that I'm just not really finding out that she's back. Now it's a joke. It's a running joke, right? That she can't read. But at the same time, that's who you picked, isn't it? That's who you picked to do the job. So I look at it like you pick that person to do the job, let that person do the job. She went on maternity leave. A lot of people think that may have been the kiss of death. I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I mean, we should be in a time where we can, go on maternity leave and have our children and do what we please. Some people are saying this is her karma for, what she said about the trans community. I'll say this. I fall somewhere in between. Do I feel like Lauren LaRosa should have been doing her commentary? Not exactly. Because if you really think about it, Just with the Mess is her signature, right? So it's only fair that should have been called something else. Because I used to be like, when they say, well, and here's Lauren LaRosa with Just with the Mess, and I used to be like, well, then where is Jess? She's supposed to be out, right? So I would have a question like, is she coming in? Is she coming in? Yes, no. Now, Claudia Jordan has stepped into the chat. Now, most of the time I'm on Claudia's side, but she can't, and I was on her side with the TGIF thing, but now I'm beginning to think, hey, why can't you find your way out of shit all the time? It seems like in so many ways she's always involved in mess, Jess. So she's coming in the chat saying that Jess messed up her interview or whatever. She was interviewing for the job to be the third on the Breakfast Club. Jess is willing to compromise. She's thinking like that, it should be a fourth. Somebody to balance things out, because the two men always end up ganging up on the women. Now, the other day I was listening and I kept hearing them putting pressure on her to say what she was going to be doing, because she was, I forgot what they were talking about, because I know I was listening to that segment about Brandon T. Jackson, and they were trying to put pressure on her to take a stand on something, and she just really didn't want to do it. I can't think of what it was, but anyway, the point is, I don't think that it would be far off to have a fourth. They may not want to split the money 4 ways. That might be what it is. But contractually, if Jess's contract is not up, even if they want to get rid of her, then they can't unless they want a lawsuit, or unless they pay her out of contract. Is Lauren LaRosa that good and that interesting to pay her out of her contract? No, not in my opinion. I'll say, yes, she can read. She's a damn journalist. She's supposed to be able to read. She took classes to do so. When you take journalism in school, they want you to read, like I've told you many, many times when people used to complain about Tambra Shari's voice. They want you to read or speak like people in the Midwest. They don't want you to speak they don't want you to have any other dialect other than the Midwest. That's why when you watch New York news, you can't hear an accent. And, if you know anyone from New York, the accent is thick. Boston, same thing. Very thick accents. Here in Mississippi, same thing. Very thick southern drawls and accents. You go to Texas, same thing. So everybody across the board is supposed to still have that journalistic noise. Talk like this right here. They teach you to pause and inflect and this, that, and the third. So, yeah, Lauren has it. Does Jess have it? Absolutely not. merge. Because from what I hear a whole lot of Maryland or Baltimore in that accent. So did she try to hide anything in that accent to sound more radio? Hell no. That's not my point. I think we need the comedy. Because DJ Envy don't make me laugh. Charlamagne the God don't make me laugh. When I hear my entertainment news, or if I'm looking at entertainment news, or if I'm listening to it on the radio, you have to do something to grab my attention, because I can't see you. I hear you. So I want to be entertained. I don't want to hear you just talking about topics and you talking monotone, or you introducing the next star or whatever. Did Jessica do her big one when she got the Wendy Williams deal? Absolutely. Absolutely. And do I feel like Jess with the mess is just, well, do I feel like she's hurt? I do. And I would be as well. Don't come, trying to act as if I'm not as entertaining as she is, or as interesting as the person who is just filling in for me. Y'all, they went back and forth and back yesterday. Like when I done tell you I wasn't on nobody's side with that, a lot of people like Jess was crashing out or whatever. I couldn't be on nobody's side, because first of all, that shouldn't have been handled on the news, the episode, in my opinion. I was listening to them, I was like, damn. That's unprofessional. I don't want to hear that going back and forth, on the radio either. I'll put it that way. And my all in out observation of things, balance it out. Let Lauren do more serious topic with the allegeds. Let Jess do, well, hell, I don't know if they can do work together. Now they arguing and shit. They might not even be able to be in the same room together, because they got hit. And what made me so mad is that them two zippers in the room didn't make things any better. I always come in that stuff with a male perspective. Jess said she could see why Angela Yee left. But as far as I know, Angela Yee is fucking bored. I listen to her Yee Way Up too on the radio, and I'm like, child back. She worked best, in my opinion, with an ensemble. And then she got that old misogynistic man on her show, and that don't make calling him her best. That don't make anything any better than me, because the way they went at K. Michelle. So she on my shit list for that from way back in the day. I don't like when you have men on the show talking about women's anatomy. Don't run up in it if you can't stand it. If you think it's gonna smell, and if it smells, and you telling your business. Women could very well say, your nuts smell like old sour rotten socks. But how many women do you hear coming out telling what they smell like? Huh? That's a man thing. Very rude and undemure. But in essence, I will say, again, I am team no one here. I don't really care for Jess like that. I understand her point. Is Lauren more professional? Absolutely. That's what she majored in. But let her do one of Jess's sets up on stage in a comedy room, and see what you be saying. Replace Jess there. I don't think so. Okay. Now, moving right along. Let's get on to some Porsha Williams news. Miss Selfish. So I was listening to Porsha down to the Ricky Smiley show. Porsha has a tendency to tell people what to do. Now, you all as her audience, and I'm talking about you all, her fans, y'all so far up in that girl's butt, you can't even see what kind of person she is. This person right here is the dirty demon. Okay? And I see right through all of that Maybelline to be able to come to y'all with the kind of person that she really is, in my opinion. I don't care for Porsha. Did y'all hear her say that we are going on to shows to talk about my movie? I already did my press run on Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's where we know you from, boo. Even though you Hosea Hines' granddaughter, we know you from Atlanta. And for you to not expect people to ask you questions about the Real Housewives of Atlanta is foolishness. Because that's where we know you from. And that's just like every time Vanilla Ice used to get mad when people said, ask him about Ice Ice Baby. Or ask him to perform Ice Ice Baby. That's where we know you from. That's what your claim to fame is. Regardless as to how many other things you do, your claim to fame is being on a Bravo show called The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And all subsequent things after that came because of that platform. So you can't, well, I think it's unfair for you to assume that people are not gonna or shouldn't ask you questions about that. But they real respectful to you over there on the Ricky Smiley show because they kiss your ass. And they think you just all of everything. They have pulled you out of so many situations being biased when they shouldn't be. When Gary wants to report his tea on your ass, they'll cut him off, especially the brat over there, because that's your friend. And then Ricky will do the same because that's your friend, and it becomes off very, very, very biased. If you can report on Nene, then you can report on Mouth. Okay? That's how I see it. Because they were very, very careful and very timid on how they reported on her and Simon. Porsha, and this is the main thing. This is what I came for. Porsha has admitted that she has some tensions going on with Shemea'S. Candy admitted it as well. What did Candy say? Candy said she was asked if she thought that Porsha and Shemea'S had some issues. She said they're playing fake for the show. I don't know what the issues are, but you will see as the show continues, because they want you to see what happens with their friendship on the show. I can tell you what it is, and I can tell you what it's always been. Shemea'S, she wants your life. Okay? You went out and got you a rich African. You went out and got her a rich African. But Shemea'S, let me just say this to you. Okay? If you ever check my channel, beware of snakes in your own backyard. Keep them close, but at a distance, because they still will strike and bite. Okay? That's one thing. And another thing is, I just want to say to you, speaking directly to you, Miss Shemea'S, watch your back. Be very careful. Be very cautious about that girl. She didn't want you on the show. If you really want to think about it, that's probably why you all are into it. I'm thinking that she would go behind the scenes to keep you off the show. I don't think it was just you and your husband. I don't think it was just your husband that didn't want you on the show. I think it was your best friend over there. Porsha, and you can see the way she is dealing with Dennis. Porsha wants everything to center around her. And Dixie Diane allow her to be that way. If that girl could have all the attention on her, she would do the same thing to her own child, in my opinion. She wants everything to pinpoint and be directly on what she's thinking, what she's doing, how she's doing it, how she's moving. You say you are the nucleus, you are the person that everyone knows everyone through, not her. She probably had a problem with that. Because what she's thinking, just like she said with Drew, this is my show. A show she's been off for 3 years, by the way, and only came in, season 5, season 6. But hey, Andy also created a monster with that one. He thought he created a monster with Nene. He created a monster with that one because I would always say, no matter when he saw her, Porsha can come back to the show anytime she gets ready. But did you insist that she tell how she took that lady husband? How long she was messing with that lady husband? Because that story changed 16 times. So Sheme'a, you went out there and got her a rich husband like she wanted. Then we find out he was a scammer, the one you went out and got her. So she probably had some little resentments there. You went out and got her the wrong African. So Kennedy just simply told the truth, what we all can see. There is tension between you and her, and we can see that Sheme'a is your friend, but you are not Shemea'S friend. Okay? That's what I'm seeing through the TV on the show and then through these interviews that you are having. I bet you any amount of money you started whatever going on between the two of you. Sheme'a. Stop running up and behind that girl. Okay? The friendship that you outgrow people sometimes. It happens. It's okay. It's fine. I had a best friend from the time I met this girl. She was living across the street. Now she was visiting her grandmother. I thought she was the prettiest thing I could lay my eyes on. You know, smooth, caramel skin. Wow, there's a bug there. But in many ways, just like myself. She was a little bit older than I am. And my mother really didn't like us hanging together because of that fact. But I was just enamored with her. We became friends. Best friends. Over the years, we had our ups and downs. This, that, and the third. Well, I think we even had a fight. But when we became adults, we still communicate. We still kept in touch. I wanted to make sure she knew that I was a friend to her, no matter what. Her sister got on drugs and whatever. I was there for her, to make sure she knew that she had a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. My daddy died. Okay? Not a word. I came to her brother's funeral. I was living in Jackson at the time. Came all the way back to our hometown to be with her at her brother's funeral. Her father died. I went to her father's funeral. Still living in Jackson. Me driving a 90-mile drive. Not even a phone call when my daddy died. Oh, I was like, oh, hell no. You ain't got to worry about me no more. Ever. Now, when I see her sisters and brothers and stuff, they always ask, talk to me, and the first thing they mention is her name, and I'm like, oh, okay, how is she? But that's as far as it goes. Me breaking my neck to get to her, phone calls, all these types of things that I did in the past. Hell no. I have to. I'm a Scorpio first. She was a Cancer, just like Porsha. Cancers, while very caring, they care about themselves more than anything else. they value themselves more than anything else. They are the center of their own world, even though compassionate they may be. I haven't met one, not one, that knows how to put anything on anybody before their own personal gains. Okay? I'm just saying. But me being a Scorpio and her being a Cancer, we supposed to have that water relationship, compassionate, caring. But I tell you one thing about Scorpio. When the thing will come out, that's it. Okay? You better listen to what I'm telling you. If you want to be friends with a Scorpio, you better not cross them like that. Because you won't be a friend with them anymore. We'll give you enough room to hang yourself. And that's what I always used to tell my mama. She used to be like, well, you do so many things for your friends. They don't do the same thing for you. Blah, 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 blah. I be like, Mama, I'm giving them enough room to hang themselves. Trust me when I tell you, I know when to get out. Okay? I don't run in behind people. I don't chase no friendships. I replace them. I put it that way. But in essence, I said all that to say, Shemea, I ain't the only one to see it. I know my channel is small and you probably won't ever see this video, but I'm not the only one to see that. I'm not the only one that see you need to be careful around that girl. That ain't your friend. I don't know if she ever was. And I do believe that she didn't pull the right strings to get you on that show. I just honestly believe that. We'll see. That may be what's gonna happen. My perception is telling me that it's gonna come out that Porsha was sabotaging you. And of course, her being friends with that dirty dog over there, Phaedra. Child. And then she done had your back all those years ago. When she was accusing you of messing with Candy. During that dungeon mess. Okay. Moving right along. Let me get into Teyana Taylor and Iman. Now, I used to watch Iman in basketball because he's from an era when I was all up into my basketball era, okay? I just recently, just stopped when LeBron became a Laker. I'm a Lakers fan. That just wasn't a good fit for me, so I became very disinterested. But Iman used to play for, I want to say Cleveland with LeBron. Iman Shumpert was like a good 6-man player. Don't get it twisted. But as I read across my internet screens, and I tell you I have some good followers, and they follow me, I came across a young man who says allegedly he was their chef. But that's not what I'm finding unbelievable. All I saw was Iman is a stand-up guy and she got my guy. Because now we have found out all of the things that she got in the divorce. Right? She has 2 of this man's children. And what do I see across my screens everywhere? She got that man. That's why I won't get married. These hoes ain't loyal. They always out here trying to get. There was a Teyana Taylor before I ever knew what an Iman Shumpert were. Just like with Simone Biles and her thing. That's what you have to understand as women. Anytime a man wants to outshine you and take your glory, that is not the man for you. And that back to Porsha and Shemea'S. Same thing. You don't let men come into your circle and outshine you. What you did was you let him take over some of your spotlight. And that made it seem like that he was the nucleus. But what people don't understand is that you were a teen actress, teen singer, teen performer, won the Masked Singer, and did a good job, because that's what made me, not the original supermodel. That's what made me start like a supermodel, whatever the name of the song. What y'all know about a superwoman? Girl, is she bad? I need a bad. That might be the name. I need a bad girl. But when you sung that damn song, Bad Girl, on Masked Singer, I was like, oh, it's over. It's over. And see, the thing about it is, most of the time when people win, they win off slow music. But for you to win off of a bop, that's talent. Now, I don't really care for Teyana Taylor like that. Don't get it wrong. Don't get to it, because I thought she was a brat on Sweet 16. But I can honestly say I'm team woman in this case. And then when I said to the friend that I'm following, who just happens to be my cousin, I said, I don't give two shakes of a rattlesnake's ass. I'm just saying. You're saying that she's getting all these things from him, and this is why you're not getting married, and this hoe ain't loyal, and this, that, and the third. People are coming after this woman for the things that she was supposed to get, knowing that she's in the public eye, knowing that she has been in movies, knowing that she has a better career than him and he has been jealous in the past, knowing that he's the one who brought everything to the forefront and we wouldn't have known anything because she protected him. Remember that my best friend shit? I said to myself then, I said, ooh, girl, fire your PR team. Not too much on my best friend. What? A man, go through a divorce with a man and not go back to funky or have a baby with a man. And you will see that the man you married is not the man that's in that divorce. People are trying to tell Stacey crazy ass that over there on Potomac. You slight them in any way, they become a totally different person. You get a backbone in any way, you become a totally different person. They become a totally different person. You start to stand up. You start to have your own individual mentality, your own individual mind, your own individual personality separate from them. And they lose their shit. So now you got only black women coming to his defense. Well, you got the men over there being misogynistic, but we're not talking about them. That's what they do. But the black women in the capes, ooh, black women, we need to retire these damn capes. Because we out here in these streets looking like fools. Putting death threats on this woman and then put a death threat on this woman. But then have the audacity to say, protect black men and keep him out of jail. All of what this man has done to her is being swept up under the rug because we don't want to see a black man go to jail. If y'all don't sit y'all asses down, like I used to say on Facebook, as much as I typed this, and I could type it more than 140 characters back then. Yeah, I forgot. That was my young Ferris reminding me to pick them up from school a little bit early so they can go to this event. But I just said all that to say is, protect black women. We need protection. Black men, they got it. They are good. Okay? Let them stay on over there. Now let me get to Jonathan Majors and Megan Good right quick. They're married. And I guess Shout out to Erica De Niro. She thinks she's going to get a different dining experience. Whereas we thought it was a PR campaign. Maybe they really did fall in love, y'all. Let them be happy. But I feel like I will be one of those people in my mind, no matter if I am on her side. When he comes out and tells his story and she tells her story, why do I feel like I want to be in the position where I'm like, oh, girl, I told you so? Why do I feel like that? Why do I feel like I'm going to be like, girl, he hasn't changed? Why do I want to run up behind her and shake a knot in her and bring her to her senses and say, you are what saved his career? He was with the preference. The preference is what he preferences. I feel like. But he knew that black women will pull out their capes as soon as they saw him with a black mom. And that's all I got to say about that. We will see how that works out. Good luck, girl. And with that, I'm going to close. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. My various other platforms will be up under my banner description. And as I do, when I close, I'm going to check them out. Deuces.